Hi everyone, and welcome back to Build Your Own Small Boat. Today I'm going to get started. All the room prep's been done, all the packaging has been dispensed with, so we're actually going to get started with the steps in the manual. First comes a little prep work on some of these boards.
The manual has this nice page that shows drawings with labels of all the boat kit parts. So the first thing I wanted to do is to actually label the pieces of the kit with their names, like this and this.
Then it was time for a little sanding. What we're going to do is sand some of the edges that will be visible once the boat is complete. Just make them a little more rounded, a little less rough. I got some sanding equipment. This is a little foam sanding block that the sandpaper hooks on by Velcro. So it's kind of convenient. You can change the grit of the sandpaper just by pulling it off and adding another one.
All done. Now that everything's sanded, it's time to get messy. Time to start the actual gluing.
But wait, first a bit about safety. It's a good idea to wear some kind of face protection when you're working with chemicals like this. So I'm going to wear a mask, and you might want to wear some kind of safety goggles like these. These happen to be yellow. In this case, I'm going to wear my glasses to protect my eyes. And these glasses won't really protect my eyes from chemicals and vapors, but from flying debris. It doesn't really seem to be necessary to wear full eye protection for the vapors, but I'm just going to do so. And don't forget this one other safety tip. Wear rubber gloves. They're not really rubber. These are nitrile. They're easily available in any home improvement store. Oh, and make sure you're wearing old clothes. This is an old shirt that I pulled out for just this project. One more thing to note. The room temperature for working with epoxy should be ideally between 70 and 80 degrees Fahrenheit. I took the temperature of my room. With this handy dandy thermometer, you can see that I believe it is 78 degrees Fahrenheit, which is an okay temperature to work with.
Okay, we have all the safety equipment. I'm wearing my old clothes. It's time to start mixing the epoxy. Here's all the equipment I'll need for that step. We have the two-part epoxy, something called Cellofill that thickens it, and another thickener.
And I almost forgot, these stir sticks are very important. You're going to use them to stir the epoxy.
Here are a few other things. The wood flour is the other thickener. Those white cleaning cloths are to wipe up any excess glue, and the denatured alcohol also helps to clean that up. The aluminum foil you can use to wrap up a cloth that has the denatured alcohol in it, and it won't evaporate right away. The painter's tape, well, we'll get to that later.
So I've pumped the epoxy in the correct amounts, and now I'm about to stir it. It takes a while to stir, and you have to do it slowly to try to prevent bubbles. Here I go. They recommend 30 seconds for each squeeze of each pump, up to a maximum of 4 minutes. Stir it very well and scrape the sides and the bottom, because most of the problems with epoxy are due to lack of mixing. Hi! So now I'm actually doing the gluing. It's not quite clear if you coat both sides of the wood or not, so I'll have to find that out later. So here we go. I'm using this foam brush and it works fine. One thing I found was that a lot of the glue squishes out, so I'm not sure if by doing it this way I'm wasting a lot of glue or not. Now that I coated the wood on both sides, I'm clamping. Instructions I read point out is to wipe up any drips immediately, otherwise you're going to have to sand them off, and that's a lot harder. I think that's pretty good, so I'll put the final clamp right here. Well, that's it for today's episode of Build Your Own Small Boat. If you like what you've seen in this video and learned something, don't forget to like and subscribe below. And stay tuned for next time when I'll summarize some of the gotchas and their solutions that I've come across so far. And we might just start screwing things together. Is that the same as screwing around? See you next time!